And he takes this from inside the 5. Looking for a crease. It's Jordan. Hammers ahead for a yard out to the 12.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
He fires one deep down the right side.
Let's
He's
go.
got it on the outside. And a potentially touchdown-saving tackle made there after the long completion. One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. With jet sweep pass. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Notre Dame lines up quickly. Looking to pass. It's Willis. Caught in the backfield. It's Jordan. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the 1st down.
Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another 1st down. They go to the ground. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Quick tempo here for the offense. Back to pass. Firing to the right, complete. Couldn't quite get it into the end zone. He goes out of bounds at the 3, but they are in business. On 1st and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. Quarterback making checks. He wants to throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
And this offense shows right away on 1st down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on 2nd down and goal?
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Trying to pull his way in. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
And after getting it right on the edge, they'll try to... And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
And how about the wheels for the QB? You could tell, man, he can roll, and they're going to use him. This is just the 1st drive. You see him going for the touchdown. I imagine we'll see more of that guy running the football with that kind of speed.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the 1st time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16.
Johnny Gizak represents that.
Finds some space, enough to get 5 to the 22.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on 2nd down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation.
And here comes the heat, and running downfield. It's Culpepper. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. That's caught. It's Johnson. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. Complete out of the backfield. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Illinois coming out with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the big fella. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
Tight end finds a soft spot. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. The Illini just added to its workload after that last play. It's 2nd and long. Bought a little time, lets it go. It falls incomplete, and will change ends of the field to get things started back up. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. And after that 1st quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. He wants to throw it again. Intercepted.
Oh.
Big play stops the drive. And he's wrapped up.
That shit in mid-air. That shit was wild.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the
Yeah.
ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Under fire. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't.
There he goes. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close.
Breaks away on the left.
Oh.
He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
And this defense is going to have their hands full, because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive.
And
Damn.
the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this 1st half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but we're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. This one will be a 43-yard field goal attempt from the left hash. It's good. And that lead grows even bigger.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Here's the return from inside his 10. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll give it to Johnson. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking for a man. It's Culpepper. And he makes the grab, but he's out of bounds. Incomplete pass.
Well, the quarterback knew it.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. The Fighting Illini needs to get it to the county line for a first down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end.
Nigga, like the shell, I get it.
Catch their physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Trying to convert. Illinois comes to the line. These corners going to give them some space.
Let's go.
Off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Takes it the other way.
Take that win, motherfucker. Yeah.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. Making side adjustments here. Wants to throw. It's Willis. Shoots it to the left. He's got it. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
The Golden Bears in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Just keep slinging it. Got it in the middle. It's Jordan. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
And the Golden Bears are on the move. Motion from the wideout. Quick pass on the jet motion. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. The lost yardage leaves him with 2nd and 11. He fires one deep over the middle. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on 3rd down, forcing the incompletion.
The 7th play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throwing right. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Taking it the other way. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Longhorns! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
You can tell this defense is locked in early in this one. On the first drive of the game on 3rd down, they're expecting pass. They had multiple players in the back end defensively with their eyes on the quarterback, able to jump the route, pick it off, take it back for a touchdown, and they've already seized a ton of momentum.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes. This is a gamble. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Looking to throw, it's Willis. Coming out aggressively. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick.
Man, another...
Sooners will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And he's going to bring this one out. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Oh, what vision. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get it. It's a touchdown.
First turn, I mean.
Sure this Boomer Sooner
This season.
gets it going early. That is one way to get it done.
And we get to break out the Sooner schooner. The wagon gets to come out. Everybody gets jacked up.
104
Everybody
yards.
gets excited. Oklahoma has an electric atmosphere. And when these fans get involved early like this, good luck.
get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. How about that for starting things with a bang? Opening kickoff and house that baby. What a job there. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. The DBs will back off a bit. Here's the handoff. They start the afternoon with a run, and it goes nowhere.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Mayava. Fires to the big fella. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Bells and whistles have got to be going off in this quarterback's head now. It's 3rd and long, so you know you're expecting pressure. You got to know where your hot routes are. You got to be able to read the coverage and make sure you get this football out of your hands quickly to not take a sack or worse, turn the football over.
He'll be brought down at about the 18-yard line. Not enough to move the sticks.
This is an interesting decision now for the head coach. You're trailing very early in the game. There's a lot of football left. But you're in a situation where you could go for it here and try and answer after your defense gave up that touchdown on the opening drive.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Fires downfield. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
Man, your goal of the defense is to stop them, is to force punts, and then this is just gravy. Now they go for it on 4th down and medium. On their side of the field, you get the big stop and a chance to switch the momentum here in the first half.
This offense has it with really good field position. Give to the running back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him...
The Golden Bears will kick it away to start us off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. That's caught. It's Hurst. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
Well, what's the point in waiting? Why not get one of your best players involved in the game right off the bat? They take a shot, their big target outside, shows off his athletic ability, and right away this offense is humming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Dropping back, it's Daniels. Looking down the middle. Finds his man. It's Hurst. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Looking left. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And he's brought down after a nice game. The Tar Heels will hustle to the line.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there.
Well, the offense is trying to take a shot deep down the field. How about the coverage, knocking that ball away and doing it clean? No PI on that one.
He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He hurls one deep down the left side. It's caught. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. And the Tar Heels started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, UNC!
Man, it doesn't get any better than that. You script the first 10 plays, that was 10 plays. That was perfection. That was a touchdown. That's called good scouting, being ready for the football game, and executing to a T to start this game off.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. He gets a block. Just an outstanding return there and really sets up his offense nicely. He wants to change this route. Back to throw, it's Willis. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Well, the offense is being aggressive here in their opening possession, trying to throw the ball in the first 2 plays. They went incomplete first down, and now they take a sack on second down. This is not going to script, and they understood it was going to be a challenge against this defense, and I love the fact that they're going to be aggressive trying to throw, but the execution has got to be better.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. And the Golden Bears line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. They'll start this drive from the 42. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Just couldn't quite stay in bounds while making that grab. It's incomplete.
And I tell you what, when you got a guy...
And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. The give out of the gun. We'll give him a couple on that one. Second and 8 coming up. The Tar Heels want to pick up the tempo.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. And the Tar Heels come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. The Tar Heels are on the move. Stands in and takes the hit. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch, except ticket holders.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Looking to throw, it's Daniels. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Really nice 3rd down sub defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass. They're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. Now forcing the incomplete.
He's got it. First down and more. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. Looking downfield on first down. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Hey, even those balls that are thrown near the line of scrimmage, they're going to the running backs and to the tight ends. Those small passes can go for big gains. Great job getting the mitts up in the air and deflecting that football.
They'll move the wide receiver. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. A shot toward the end zone. Fires into traffic, intercepted.
That is one the quarterback is going to want to have back. It's touchdowns or it's checkdowns once you get down to the red zone. You can't get too aggressive and greedy trying to fit the football into small windows, and as a result, QB throws a pick.
One final play before the end of the quarter. Looking to throw on first down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Quickly to the tight end. At the 35, he's loose. How about that play? Getting a huge chunk of yardage to wrap up the first quarter, and that's how we'll end it and head to the second. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. First play of the period, first down here. They'll give it to the back. Got room to work. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
They're going to ride this running back. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Got him downfield. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
The Golden Bears have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it. It's Jordan. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Quarterback making adjustments. To the air, it's Willis. Got his man on the right. Touchdown, Golden Bears! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
And there's so many targets to focus on, so many elite playmakers, and they just lost him. They lost the running back out of the backfield. He catches the football, does the rest, takes it into the end zone. What a nice weapon to have on your team.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he makes the extra point. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. To throw on 1st down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
You're not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play, and he dropped it.
Back to throw, it's Daniels. Fires to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions.
I'll take the win.
LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. On the move from inside his own 20. He's just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. They'll operate out of split backs. They'll try to pop the draw.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27.
It's a defense that prides themselves on taking the football away. They believe they could impact this game with turnovers, and they get an interception on the opening drive. Wasn't a big return, but that doesn't matter. They stole a possession, and that is huge for their confidence.
Finds a little space. Inside the 15. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the... the Golden Bears will put total leather and we'll get started. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Defense not showing press coverage. They'll leave it with him. Turning it on. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15.
Another sniper.
Really nice need listen, modern day college football.
Oh, nigga, that Pookie, nigga?
Offensive throwing the football, going up tempo and scoring quickly. And you think back to Bear Bryant in Alabama, doesn't it always seem like they always...
Pookie, I thought you was dead, nigga.
They've always wanted to be physical. Bear Bryant would have loved this guy in his backfield. His physical style of running, man, he fits that just perfect.
I show y'all who the boss was. Keeps looking downfield.
I show y'all who is. That's all I
It's
ask
going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down. The third down's coming up.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down, they've got it at the 40.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. The short hands. It's Young. He goes out of bounds, but not before getting it to the 32.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
This opening drive has been all offense. Really good job, nice scripted plays, taking advantage, strung together a nice series. But here's all that matters for defense. We don't even care about yards anymore. Can I keep him out of the end zone? Great job right here. Step up, get a stop, force him either to kick a field goal or get no points, and this drive is still a success.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Gonna run it. It's Pop. They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Moves away as he feels pressure.
And that's a good response by this defense. They gave up some yards, obviously some plays, more than they wanted to, but when it got to the area in the scoring zone, in the area where it really matters, nice job on third down, getting the sack, and possibly forcing the field goal.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Alabama trying to convert this fourth down. These DBs going to give a little cushion. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
I love the aggressive nature in the play column there. In the opening drive of the game, you have an opportunity on fourth down. Obviously, you just kick a field goal, take the lead early, establish some momentum. Instead, they get aggressive. They go for it. And not just get it, they score a touchdown.
And he's not going to take the touchback. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. To the air, it's Willis. Snagged in the middle, it's Jordan. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. The Golden Bears headed quickly to the line. Motion from the wide receiver. Touch pass on the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. 2nd down, he'll throw it. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
Now facing a 3rd and long. He lobs one high down the left side. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down.
Looked to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. And if that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last...
Breaks into the open. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. And the Golden Bears have their offense in high gear. Wants to throw on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. It's pretty clear he didn't care about the double coverage. He thought his guy was better than their 2 guys.
Well, and there's reason to think that. That dude
Fires toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it, and you can hear it, and sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time, he used the lob wedge, and the defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense early.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll try the run. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the 1st quarter. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. To the air. It's Hoover. Throws to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. I know you want to go to this guy because he's made so many plays for you, but when he's doubled, surely somebody else has a much easier play to make.
And it might not be the stud that he is, right? Like, I might not find another guy that's a baller like him, that's a playmaker, but now I got one-on-one matchups elsewhere that I got to go take advantage of. If they're going to double cover him, I'm going to take advantage of some matchups somewhere else.
3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Oh, they're after him. He'll throw it. Makes the grab. It's Cobb. Wide open spaces. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now the Tide generating momentum. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play. They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Someone moved a little early, and the offense will go back. the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This is a money play on 3rd and goal. Looking to throw, it's Hoover. Finds his big tight end. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. They can make this a 2-possession game with a field goal, but they want to put a little distance, a little cushion to their lead. They'll go for it on 4th down. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting run, and you saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down, and they give it back up now to their offense.
The Golden Bears are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. Catch in the middle, it's Jordan. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
You see it so much in college football where they motion a running back out of the backfield. What are they looking for? Man coverage. Are you trying to cover my running back with one of your linebackers? If you are, I'm going to take advantage. I love taking advantage of the mismatch with your running back out in space. Keep doing that.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. From their own 18-yard line, it's 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Concepcion. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Here's the pressure. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Really good toughness by the QB to hang in there, take a big shot, but I will not give him credit for throwing into double coverage. So, nice job hanging in there, being tough, make a better decision, do not throw into double coverage. He got lucky, that wasn't an interception.
Well, it's a simple play. QB's just looking for his big fella at tight end, and he couldn't reel it in.
Looking downfield, it's Willis. Grabbed in the middle, it's Webb. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Let's see how they set the tone on 1st and 10. Gonna look downfield again. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
That's caught. It's Jordan. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Under fire. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Oh, it's picked off. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Well, the quarterback on that one put a lot of air under the ball. The problem is it gave the defender time to get his head around and locate it. And because of that, he was able to come away with the interception.
Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down.
I love offensive coordinators that take shots in sudden change situations. You just got the takeaway. You're not wasting any time. Defense is jogging on the field. They barely have time to line up. You take a shot deep down the field, and you hit it, adding insult to injury to the opponent. That is a great play call.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Back to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. They knock him down at the 40. It's a pickup of 5, and that will be enough for a 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. From the gun, the running back has it. Got the 1st down and still on his feet. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. A 1st down run on the doorstep. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. pushing the tempo. To the air, it's Hoover. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive.
Well, the defense does an awesome job here with their backs against the wall in their own red zone, coming away with an INT early. That could be a big game-changing type play in this game.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Standing in his own end zone, he'll uncork another one. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
There's probably a lot of people wondering right now, why do they keep throwing the football when they're backed up so much? But this is actually one of the best places on the field to do that because the defense has to cover so much space, plus oftentimes they're in man coverage. So this is the time to take your shots. They took one there.
Fires one high and deep. He's got it down the right side. Boy, he almost finished his half with a bang, and are they lucky to get him stopped? They're eager to head to that dressing room right now. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. He'll bring it out. It's Concepcion. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Willis. Fires to the tight end. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Might be calling a hot route. On 4th down, going to the air. Pulls it in. It's Concepcion. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hind.
Alabama quickly back to the line. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Bringing the heat. He'll get rid of it. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him.
Oh, he's got some space. Got enough space. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Bama. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such a great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He uncorks one deep. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll run play action. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. There he goes. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24.
Well, I know they're losing right now, but they're not going to be losing for long if they keep hitting shots like that. And I love the idea here. Taking a shot to your best player on offense. This guy is one of the biggest playmakers in all of college football. Tremendous speed. He locates the ball, makes a catch, and that play gives this offense so much confidence.
Looking to throw again. Unloads it left. Snags it. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. 1st and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. Trying to power it in. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cal!
And you love giving it to the big boy right near the goal line, plowing ahead. You know he's going to put 2 hands on the football, lower his shoulder. 2nd and goal. You don't need 3rd and goal, thanks to the big fella.
He makes his way in for the 2, and now they trail by only 6. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man is stopped, and now they'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Hold it. Finds his man on the left. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be 1st down.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Alabama pushing the tempo. Toss to the outside. They drag him down behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that hasn't happened very often. He has had a tremendous night.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They give him some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some...
Intercepted. That is just what this defense needed. He'll try to take it back. He's at the... And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Bears!
And the free safety roaming the middle of the field. You can see just reading the quarterback's eyes. And how about the break on the football?
Pick 6, man.
Great angle.
Let's go.
Kick it off and then do some damage and make the big play for this defense to score some points.
Setting up for the extra point that would put them on top. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. He'll bring it out. It's Young. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Hoover. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Using his legs, it's Cobb. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. That's the end of the period, and Cal is on top. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So we open the final period with a third down play. Give to the back. Gets the job done on third down as he gets it out to the 25.
Well, I think this running back has proved in this game here tonight that he can be counted on and relied on, right? In a big moment right here, late in the game when they need to run the ball to ice this thing, he's able to deliver.
Here's the heat. And the heat gets there.
Let's go. See sizzle, man.
And that's just a bad mistake. You can't do that.
So my
third.
thuds.
You're not going to be able to come back and win.
Yeah,
It's
my
late.
thugs,
You're
mate.
taking big losses like that. So at this point, if no one's open,
Nah, I'm already in the game. I just went on a 5-game win streak, nigga.
But instead he tries to use his
Yeah,
athleticism to make
promise.
people miss, and he's going to keep the play alive. He ends up taking a massive loss. Their percentage
Fucking
shows in this
2
game
hours,
just
2 hours and
went
30 minutes.
way down.
I ain't gonna lie. We just won. Nigga, we just went crazy. And then we was in randoms. You said, huh?
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm.
Man, I won one game away, 1 win away, or 1 or 2.
With that pressure.
You got third in this
Oh,
level.
numbers.
Everybody knows what's coming. It's going to be a pass.
2, either 1 or 2. It's right there though, literally right there.
It is your dream. That is what you live for. It's what you practice.
And on me, I've been going crazy. I've been going crazy. Out of nigga, probably out of the last, what, I say 10 to 15 rec games I played, I only lost like 2. I've been going crazy. I went to go see that Michael Jackson movie yesterday. That shit pretty cool. Yep. I wish they would have just gave more insight, like what that nigga be on, like what he was on. They just told what niggas damn near already know a little bit, but it was dope though. Like how everything came about. That shit, it's worth watching for sure. It's worth watching for sure. Worth watching for sure. That shit was cool. But nigga, I want to go see it in IMAX. So nigga, that shit was like a concert. Nigga, that shit was, nigga, it was lit. Nigga, I ain't gonna lie. That shit was lit. Like the movie theater shit was lit. The story was good though. It was a good little storyline. I just be wishing they go more in depth. Like tell us some shit we don't know. Like we be like, oh shit, but there's hella shit in there that you'll be like, oh shit, like some different shit. That shit good though. That shit smooth. He was in that motherfucker fired up. Nigga, they got the bar at the AMC and shit. They bringing the drinks to your seat and shit. That shit playing.
Let's go, nigga.
I was in that motherfucker lit. I ain't gonna lie. Had my little Michael Jackson. Nigga, we went on that win streak the other night on Park. Nigga, we been going crazy in Park. That shit crazy. They been doing that shit to me too. I ain't gonna lie. Nigga, since I got my posterizer on Legend, nigga, I've been dunking on everybody. Everybody. That Paint Patrol, if you got your posterizer on, nigga, that Paint Patrol shit don't even be really mattering. As long as you got space and it ain't hella people in the court, you can really just dunk on hella niggas.
They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet.
That shit been having me looking like I'm a dude.
Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
That shit been having me looking like the nigga for sure.
Oh, what the fuck?
I know you damn near almost veteran too now, huh, brother?
football, maybe take some time. You did the
Oh,
opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the
that's what I'm
football,
talking about,
started
nigga.
the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the fourth quarter.
I'm like, nigga, I'm like 15 behind you.
And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground.
Nigga. They said, nigga, I looked
Here
on
comes that
the shit. They said to go from veteran 1 to veteran 2, they said you need at least 500 wins.
Plenty of time.
They
I've got
said
to
with
understand
an
the
A
field goal is
minus
not the
or
worst
some
thing in
shit
the
like
world.
that. It was
Let's
some
be
wild
smart
shit.
here. Use the
But they
clock.
said,
Stay
nigga, from
aggressive.
veteran 2 to veteran
Get
3.
Palmer.
And don't be afraid to go back to the well. What's been working for you in offense up to this point? Don't be afraid to go out and try and execute those plays here.
On the run, it's Cobb. Touchdown tie.
They
And
said
they've moved out front here in the fourth.
from veteran 2 to veteran 3. They
And
said you need
starting
like
that guy that
1,000.
gets better as the game goes on. Here we are late in this one, and he's still breaking off big runs. Impressive, making people miss, showing you the speed. And that touchdown gives his team the lead.
Rush is on him. And he
Well, this
slits it
game
in
is
the
bullshit.
end zone for the 2. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to pass, it's Willis. They're working that left side.
What a great job by the quarterback working through his progressions here. In a 2-minute situation, he doesn't force it down the field if it's not open. Check it down to your back, let him go to work, and he comes up with a huge play.
Complete with conviction on the crosser. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Webb. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
This quarterback has been really good today. He's been on top of it, seeing things really, really well. That pass right there put him over the 300-yard mark. That's a pretty good day.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
And they trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Now on second and goal. Pressure coming. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. And the Golden Bears are in the hurry-up. Pass to the end zone. Caught. Oh, touchdown in the final seconds, and they're just a point away from tying it up.
And listen to the crowd. They're going absolutely nuts. If they get the extra point, they tie this thing. In all likelihood, it's going to overtime, and they've got the home field crowd behind them. What a huge advantage in this moment.
And now they've decided to go for 2. A gutsy call, and the game likely to be decided right here. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. They just need the extra point to deadlock this game. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the fourth. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they've tied it up in the final seconds. Looks as if we might be headed for overtime. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner goes down. opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Defense playing a bail technique. Scanning the field, it's Hoover. Gonna take a shot. And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game. And with that turnover, time has expired here in the fourth quarter, but there is more football ahead. Overtime is coming. Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions, probably maybe one possession each. Who's the better team?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime.
Ball is loose. And they put it on the deck, but it gets out of bounds to avoid the turnover. Here comes first and goal as they try to strike here in overtime. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to fire. Got it behind the line. It's Jordan. And they get him, and they'll lose yardage on that completion. Field is condensed. Not a lot of room to work with here on third and goal in overtime. Quarterback may change this route. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Gets it out fast. Big fella's not going to make it to the sticks, and it'll be fourth down. So they'll send out the field goal team to try to take the lead here in overtime. And this one sails through just inside that left upright. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Down by a field goal and a touchdown will win it. Let's see what they've got on first down. Throws toward the end zone. He's in! A game-winning touchdown in overtime. This is one of the best games we've called this season. A thriller, and it comes down to the wire here in overtime.
I could watch these two teams play another 6 times this year, just back and forth, trading blows, offenses coming up with explosive plays, big hits all over the field. David, this is what college football is all about.
No doubt. I love your excitement. Where's the defensive mentions? Some good defense out there, too, there, homeboy. I know it's not just offenses. It gets you excited. Some defensive plays, too. Nip and tuck the whole game. Decide in overtime. Crushing loss.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Yeah.